So we're gonna look at dividing terms, right? This is questions where they would ask you to simplify the terms that you are given. So these are important concepts to consider when you are simplifying such terms, right? So the most important thing is to know that if I'm having a fraction like let's say 16 over 4. This can be simplified. It's an improper fraction. I can say how many times does 4, looking for the highest common factor, go in both 16 and 4, right? The highest common factor is going to be 4. So 4, how many times does 4 go into 4? It goes once. How many times does 4 go into 16? It goes 4 times. So 4 over 1, the answer is 4. Right? So if I have, for example, now 12 over 18, right? This is a proper fraction, but it's not simplified fully. I'll need to look at for the highest common factor between 12 and 18. Now, what goes into 12 and doesn't leave a remainder? It's 4. So how many times does 4 go into 12? It goes 3 times. But does it go into 18? It doesn't. So if I look at 2, or 2, it goes both into 18 and 12. So is it the highest common factor? I don't think so. But if we consider 6, 6 goes into 12 and it goes into 18 as well. 6 divided by 12, it's going to be 2. 18 divided by 6, it's going to be 3. This is a simplified fraction for 12 over 18. So it's important for you to know how to simplify numerical fractions. Now, if I look at variables, let us say I have a over a. First thing foremost, this is equal to 1. This is the same as 2 over 2. This gives you 1. Any number divided by itself, it's 1. Now, if, for example, I have a exponent 4 divided by a exponent, no, let's just say a. So in this case, if it's just a, you have to know, you have to always remember that there's an invisible 1 here. So when I divide these, I'm going to say, okay, there's an invisible 1 there, which is the lowest. I look for the lowest exponent in the fraction. So I'm simplifying it. I'm going to subtract. I'm going to say -1, then -1. What I mean is minus. So a exponent 4 minus 1. The 4 minus 1 is going to be a exponent 3. Now, 1 minus 1, it's a exponent 0. Listen, a exponent 1 minus 1, it's not equal to 0. This is incorrect. The exponent is equal to 0, not the whole power. Now, a exponent 0. What do I have now? My answer, a exponent 3 all over 1. Any power raised to an exponent of 0, whether it's 300 or 3 million, if its exponent is 0, then the answer is 1. If y exponent 0, the answer is 1, doesn't change. So my answer is going to be a exponent 3. The last example, that's when you have a exponent, let's use x instead. Let us say I have x exponent 5 all over x exponent 18. Now, I look for the smallest exponent. What is it? It's 5. So I'm going to subtract 5 in both exponents. So this is -5, this is -5. Then my answer is going to be equal to x exponent 0. Then here, x exponent 13. X exponent 0 is 1. Then exponent below doesn't change. Always remember, you look for the lowest. Right here, the lowest was 1. That's why we subtracted by 1. Here, the lowest is 5. 5. The lowest exponent is 5. That's why we subtracted 5. Good. Now, let's look at the solutions here. Here, I just have a numerical value. 2 goes how many times into 2? It goes once. 2 goes how many times into 4? It goes twice. So nothing happened to these ones. So this number, final answer is going to be 2xy. Good. Now here, we start with the coefficients again. 15 divided by 3. The answer is 5. Then A, now you know this is 1, this is 1, of course. So we just subtract 1, subtract 1. So it's going to be A exponent 0 all over A exponent 0. Then this is 1 because 3 goes once there. So what do I have? 5 over 1, which is equal to 5. This changed to 1. So I have 5 as my final answer. Then I have number 7. We start with the simplified numerics. 10 divided by 2, it's equal to what? 5. By now you should know this step, 5 over 1, which leads us here. Can skip that step, it's still fine. Answer is 5 for the numerics. Then we go to the exponents. Minus 2, minus 2. It's gonna give us A exponent 0. A exponent 0, which is 5. Then exponent, the base now, the power changed to 1 because it's raised to an exponent of 0, which the answer is equal to 5. Good, good. So from here, you can just go straight to the answer. You can just go straight to the answer to say, okay, I can see that 10 divided by 2, it's 5. A squared, we're just going to subtract 2's here. So nothing's going to remain. It's just going to be 5. So your answer is 5. And then here, again, start with the coefficient. 14 divided by 2, the answer is 7. Let's look at the A. Which one is the smallest? The 2 is the smallest. We subtract by the smallest. Subtract by the smallest. So this is A exponent 4. Now this A is gone, right? Because if it's A exponent 0, which is 1, we don't need to hide that. Now, B, nothing happened to B. That is why I'm going to keep it. That is why I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to do anything to it.